Oh no. Fuck. I don't know what to do. There's people coming at me now. Welcome back everyone to another Dark and Darker video, this time taking a look at the Ranger from the most recent playtest. So in this clip you can see my partner has already died and I'm setting up a bunch of traps as I'm getting pushed by a 3-man. I put one in the shadows over there, one right on the corner, and one at the top of the stairs, and I jump over it. This Barb sees me do it and he does the same. Fortunately, a triple shot takes care of him, and you can hear both of the other players get caught in my traps. And after taking out 2, the third gets scared off, and I'm able to escape easily. In this clip, we're moving into Mummy Room. As you can see, a common theme. We know there's going to be a team in here. And there's a little bit of battle, so I decide, once again, taking advantage of the Ranger trap, I like to make a little bit of a safety net there. So my partner does a triple shot, takes out the wizard, and we know there's still 2 more. So I see the rogue, I shoot him once in the head, and I know he's there. Unfortunately, my friend steps around the corner and steps in my own trap. I scare off that Barb with a headshot. This rogue pops out, finish him off with a headshot, and I know the Barb's around the corner. I pull out my triple shot, get it ready to go. He does a lot of ducking and weaving here, but I've hit him a couple times, and I decide, you know what, I can outpace him, and I kill him with my arming sword. But I do catch my friend's arrow to the back of the head, so not perfect team play, but hey, we did it. This time, we're a little bit more professional. So we hear some people at the door. My partner tells me, yeah, let them come in, pretend like you're leaving, and they're going to come explore. And then I kind of sneak back here. The fighter gets caught in the trap, and the rogue is coming around. I hit him with the triple shot while my friend shoots the fighter in the kneecaps. And we take out this team pretty quickly. Coming up to loot and realize, despite being naked, he actually has a little bit of treasure. So now we're into our full dungeon delve. This one starts off really slow, and I'm just going to talk about my experience playing the Ranger and some of my overall thoughts. I do really enjoy the Ranger. Having the ability to use a bow right off the get-go definitely increases your survivability. Ranger is one of the safest classes to play. And you'll notice, despite me having a rapier in my other weapon set, I still can break those barrels and boxes by using my bow, even though it takes a long time. But here I'm opting just to, poke the pots, keep my quiver full, grab a little bit of loot, and now we're going to kill the PvE. So the thing with the Ranger is it's pretty safe to fight when your friends are around if you line up your shots carefully. So you'll notice I try to aim efficiently in the head using my triple shot to take care of that skeleton, and then I'm trying not to hit my friend, and I opt to switch to the rapier here just to get a couple of headshots with that one, but ultimately just being safe, clearing out these red skeletons, and we just do a lot of looting at the start here. Nothing too exciting, picking up a green longsword. You'll see we're not completely naked, but we're also not going in with too much. Typically what I like to do on most classes is buy a whole bunch of white weapons at the start, or even some of the gray ones that are a lot better than the default starting gear, and then I can come in at least with a little bit of firepower to take out enemies pretty quickly.
Want some boots?
You also notice my friends and I like to exchange gear. I heard my friend slapping around with his little feetsies there. So even the gray boots that I found I know are going to be an upgrade for him, give him a little bit of movement speed, make him a little bit quieter. So I just drop them on the ground for him. We can kind of keep on looting, moving along here. So now we're deciding where we want to go. If we want to go back the way we came or go down here. There's some mummies down here. So they drop pretty good loot and we opt to just clear them out. Once again, just taking our time, using our abilities. Triple shot has a really nice quick cooldown, so it's definitely worth on PvE if you're not worried about getting pushed by PvP anytime soon, which we aren't. I'm also just using this green sword because it's going to be probably about as fast as the longbow, and I'm well used to fighting these mummies by now, so I can just press the backup key here and just swing my sword. Clearing out these archers across the way. They're especially weak. Some classes, those can be a real pain, like on a rogue, but to a ranger, a lot of this PvE is completely trivial. So we're just taking things out really quickly, cleaning it up, double checking our loot here, seeing a little bit of a blue there, nice pickup, and we're moving forward. I'm always looting these rangers as well, and it pays off here. So I have a white longbow as a backup, and I'm still going to keep that because those are pretty nice as well. And just doing, you know, basic upgrades, kind of a 0 to hero run, making sure I'm, you know, paying attention to my equipment and doing it that way. That barrel, by the way, that I just walked past always has a skeleton in it. So, little fun fact, there's certain static spawns inside the breakables. I pick up this shrine.
You swinging?
And just, you know, chances are it's going to be up if we need it. I tend to just grab them and keep moving forward because the shrines do a lot to keep you buffed up. Whether it's the speed or damage, in this case protection, it is useful. So we're kind of just chilling, hanging out in the dungeon in this particular raid. Nothing too exciting. I am getting attacked by these spiders, but they don't do much. That protection shrine coming in a little bit handy there. But we decide it's not worth going in there to break the spider pot necessarily. Actually, this time we do. Never mind. So we go in there, decide to break the pot. There is a spider wall trap rather by this pot, which I get hit by thanks to bouncing around on those spider hitboxes. But typically, a great strategy when fighting the spiders is to kind of jump and bounce around on them because they can't bite you if you're hovering around on them. And you can kind of hover over them, hit the spawner, and then keep on going. But here you'll notice I also get hit by this trap, so I'm really having a rough go. Decide to just drink these potions, stay topped up, keep my field rations for a burst heal in case of emergencies. And because I am doing more of a 0 to hero run, I did opt for bringing in the field rations. If you have a lot of heals available and you're just, you know, spending money, it's not always necessary to bring in the field rations, but they do offer a fairly decent combat heal. So you can take a hit and then sometimes just pop into cover, take a field ration, get a potion going, and then you're ready to pop out again and trade shots with someone. So it really does play into the Ranger's playstyle. Now, you'll notice right there, my friend's arrow goes right through the middle of that mummy, so sometimes there's a little bit of strange things happening in the game, so it's always better to know who's downrange. We're kind of talking about that right now, just like it didn't look like it was going to hit me, and it went right through him. It's pretty strange. We just decide to ignore that mage. We don't really need any of the gear drops. There is quite a bit of mummies and zombies that kind of spawn in this area, so this is definitely an annoying place to clear out. If we get too many of those gas traps, it's going to be a pain. So using the triple shot once again, just trying to get as much damage as possible. We're getting backed into this corner, and this could be a problem, so I decided to open the door. So we have opportunities to kite. We really don't want those gas traps. I'm just throwing a little bit of light down here. I'm worried that there's maybe a rogue or something, so I just give a little bit of a swing. Just once again pulling out the triple shot, clearing out these zombies. And like I said, this raid starts off pretty slow, but the end gets pretty intense. Might even decide to trim this down a little bit, but I don't know. I like playing it out, watching it, seeing my whole thought process here, and if that's something that you'd rather see me cut out in the future, let me know. So I do know this skeleton's about to get up, so while he's on the ground, I take a headshot with the longbow. It's only going to take a few headshots. My friend is engaging in PvP though, and I decide, oh, I started this pull, I gotta finish it. Then I peek around the corner and I see the team he's shooting at. I'm shooting this barb, shooting that fighter, and we're backing up and kind of making some space here. We decide to keep backing up. The barbarian breaks down the door, dodging left to right. My friend places a trap, and this is a nice play, so I jump right over as he lands it. And as this guy's chasing in, we catch the barb in that trap. I decide I'm going to finish the barb off a little bit, and then I'm going to fight this fighter. So we're getting kind of third-partied by a moderately geared fighter, but I think he's in mostly grays. We decide we're going to fight this one out. They back up because we lit them up so much, and we end up healing up here, which is really nice. You'll see the field rations coming in handy. This fighter really doesn't want to push us hard, and so we're doing a ton of damage. Now we're just shooting him in the kneecaps as he's slowly crouching away, and he's not really getting the support from his cleric. I land a nice headshot right in the middle there. My friend is really low though. I hit this fighter a couple more times with my sword, and then his cleric buddy's finally coming up to get a heal in. So we reload though, and we decide we're just gonna pop him in the kneecaps.
Nice.
And we coordinate to take out that fighter, and the cleric absolutely runs away, completely abandons the fight, and we decide we're gonna take a breath here, pause, grab a bunch of these heals they have, and we're going to recover. So we're healing up now. The zone is kind of pushed towards us, and it's a pretty good fight. Little bit of teamwork, nice combination with the traps there, really taking advantage of our ability to zone some of those more aggressive classes like the barbarian. We're really lucky that that fighter decided to not push us, because if the fighter had come in while we were fighting the third party, we probably would have died. But because they're a little bit more cautious, a little bit more defensive, and that cleric really didn't want to push in at all, we were really fortunate and able to take them out. So now we're not really sure where to go, and we're hearing lots of things. This is kind of an awkward place to be. Lots of traps, lots of verticality here. We decide we're going to head towards the middle of the circle just to have the most options we can. We know there's a wraith down there, kind of down and then up again, so we're kind of just poking around, seeing what we can see. We are a little bit spread out. We're not spread out. We're together here, but we end up getting a little bit spread out. But we hear some people at the end. I'm going to place a trap here, just in the middle. There's a little bit of a fight. My friend steps in my trap immediately. There's a theme here. I help him right away. But then I swing left and don't see that cleric anymore. I'm worried there's somebody behind us. So we're trying to clear out. Clear out the area, and yeah, there's the cleric through the little doorway there. So I grabbed this shrine once again, just thinking this looks a little bit familiar. And yeah, turning off lights. I want to have the advantage, make it easier to see through. There's a whole team waiting for us. I get shot in the ass. Luckily, I have that protection shrine. I just decide to, I can't decide between using a potion and putting a trap down. I opt for the potion. I'm getting pushed by this cleric. Luckily for me, a triple shot, and I'm able to take him out. Power of the green longbow that I picked up earlier. And now I'm not getting pushed by the other ones. My friend dies to one of them. They kind of split on us. My friend's dead, and I see the rogue at the end of the hall. So I hear him put the caltrops down. I look down there. Decide to loot my buddy, grab some heals from him, just to stay topped up. He has a good necklace, he has a good bow, and I'm going to opt to grab my buddy's stuff over my own. So that rogue ran away, this ranger pushes me, and after trading one headshot for nothing, I decided to pull out the arming sword at close range and just dodge. Now I do get hit by those caltrops that were dropped earlier, hadn't really paid attention to them, and I have my triple shot ready to go because I fear I'm going to get jumped by this rogue at any second. But fortunately for me, he doesn't come. I just put a trap right here in the middle in case he decides to push me while I'm opening this. And then I open the portal and take off, bringing my friend's bow with me so we can take that for another day. So yeah, that was a fun little ranger run. Thanks for watching.